Hey everyone, Two Angry Frogs here, and today we're diving into everything about artifact weapons in Legion Remix. Artifact weapons are crucial for your Legion Remix gameplay and dramatically impact your character power level. So in this video, you'll learn how to unlock, upgrade, and earn power for your weapon. You'll also gain an understanding of the currencies used to level your artifact weapon power even faster. But before we jump in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you always know what's coming up next. Now, let's transform your Legion Remix experience from feeling weak to absolutely overpowered. So let's quickly cover how to obtain your first artifact in Legion Remix. When you log into your Time Runner character for the first time, you'll appear in Crassus Landing in Dalaran. You're approached by Moritari, who starts you on your path to your artifact weapon. There are a number of quests that you need to complete, including Time Crisis, Mean Streets of Dalaran, Seal and Protect, 2 quests, Thrift and Threadbearer, in which you gather items for your artifact weapon, Infinite Bronze, and then Something Borrowed. And this is where you'll select your artifact weapon and learn about its first ability, Remix Time. You want to make sure you're in your preferred specialization so you do receive the correct artifact weapon. After you have your first artifact weapon, you'll run through a few quests to learn about scrapping gear, how to add traits to your weapon, which we will discuss next, and get an introduction to the main hub of Legion Remix, the Infinite Bazaar. In addition, after completing the introductory quest line, you'll be approached by an NPC to start your Class Order Hall campaign. Note that once you finish the introduction questline at least once, your future time-running characters will have the option to skip the introduction. You'll immediately gain your first artifact weapon for your current specialization and jump directly to the Class Order Hall introduction questline for your class. To access the introduction, speak to Moritari when you first log in on a new character and select the option, "Haven't we done this before?" Your Legion Remix artifact weapon is a game changer for your overall character power. A fully overpowered artifact weapon dramatically alters your gameplay experience, making even challenging content trivial. There are a lot of tangible benefits to leveling it up, from increased damage and healing to unlocking very powerful traits. So how do we level our artifact weapon? This is done through a currency called Artifactium Sand. It's used to upgrade the item level of your artifact weapon to keep it updated to match the rest of your equipment, and is granted alongside or instead of bronze or infinite power, and it sits in your inventory, so be sure to use it as soon as you can. It can't be transferred to other characters, so there really is no reason to hold on to it. Artifactium Sand will increase the item level up to the maximum you can obtain, and then it will stop dropping once you've reached that maximum item level. In addition to leveling the item level of the weapon, we also have talent trees associated with artifact weapons. In Legion Remix, you pick one of 5 paths for the artifact weapon. These 5 trees each have their own unique active ability, as well as multiple passives that increase your damage, healing, or survivability. To purchase talents, you need a currency called Infinite Power. This currency comes from looted tokens such as Memento of Epic Rituals or Memento of Epic Hope, and pretty much drops from everything in the game. Infinite Power is immediately added to your talent tree currency, so you don't need to do anything special to actually collect it. Since it is tracked as a currency, you can immediately apply it in full to any artifact weapon you equip. You don't need to collect infinite power for each artifact weapon. It's shared across all of your weapons for that character. But it isn't warbound, so alts will need to gather it for themselves. In addition to buying talents, infinite power also increases your primary stat and stamina, and you can see how much of these your weapon grants by checking the infinite power buff on your buff bar. As far as infinite power is concerned, you will receive more as you level up and tackle more difficult content. So, for example, in Heroic World tier, in addition to mobs having increased health and damage, certain mobs are empowered. Defeating these empowered mobs will grant extra infinite power tokens. All artifact weapons Regardless of class or specialization, share a common talent tree. You can specialize in nature, Fel, arcane, storm, or holy light, and you can respec at any time as long as you're not in combat. For nature, it offers strong damage procs, while the active ability Call of the Forest shields you as well as dealing AoE damage to targets in front of you. The passives in the tree provide good damage and survivability and are particularly powerful when teaming up with other players. For Fel, it's a purely damage-focused tree. You summon a Dreadlord with Twisted Crusade that will summon a Rain of Fire to deal damage in an area. With the Capstone talent, you can reuse this ability for a big amount of AoE burst around the Dreadlord's location. For Arcane, you have a mix of survivability and DPS, but only if you can stand still in combat. Its active ability, Naren's Everdisk, deals a lot of AoE damage to targets in front of you, and you can benefit from this up to 3 times if you catch the orb as it returns. For Storm, this is the likely go-to choice for most casters due to the passive ability of being able to cast while moving. The active ability Tempest Wrath deals damage in a circle around you, and each target hit will increase the damage further. With more points in this tree, this can also grant a huge amount of haste. And then finally for Holy, it's a little more healing oriented, and it can be useful in early heroic world tier progression just due to the self-healing and survivability. The active ability, Vindicator's Judgment, will deal a lot of AoE damage and healing, while its passives will provide regular procs of healing for yourself or party members if you team up with other players. After completing your chosen artifact ability talent row and you have all the talents filled in, you'll gain access to a final artifact trait called Limits Unbound. This trait costs 50,000 infinite power for each rank and can be purchased up to a cap of 999 times. Limits Unbound increases your primary stat and stamina, as well as giving you a 1% versatility increase with each point you purchase. Once all of your artifact tree talents are taken, this pretty much serves as the power gain for the rest of Legion Remix. So what is the best talent tree for each playstyle? For solo play, it's either arcane or nature, due to the kit being a mix of defensives and offensive spells. You can switch to Storm or Fel for raw DPS when you're teaming up with other players, or when you can handle the damage enemies are dealing to you. For 2 players, when you're teaming up with one another, having a combination of Fel and either Storm or Arcane works really well. The player talenting into the Fel tree will apply Fel Touch to enemies, while the Arcane and Storm damage deals increased damage against the Fel Touched enemies. And then finally, for group play, when doing something like 5-man dungeons, Storm is likely your best option due to just the big AoE potential, while Fel offers a great single target damage boost when you're talking raid encounter. So as you can see, to really power up your artifact weapon requires a lot of infinite power. But we can increase the gains of infinite power that we get through something called infinite knowledge. And this is account-wide and shared across your warband characters. Basically how it works is the more infinite knowledge you have, the more infinite power you gain from items like epic mementos. So how do we earn this? It's earned by completing select achievements such as Unlimited Power, Lore Runner of High Mountain, or Trial of Valor. You can have a maximum of 36 infinite knowledge, and anything gained above that is automatically converted to bronze. So a great way to keep track of this, as opposed to going through your achievements all the time, is through a new website called Completionism. With Completionism, you can track a specific character, and what's really great about this is that you can track only the achievements that grant infinite knowledge. So that way you can determine which ones do I need to do in order to gain my infinite knowledge points. Regardless of which of your characters collects the infinite knowledge, all are able to benefit from it. So this makes it easier for your alts to empower their artifact weapons, since they'll be gaining infinite power much faster than your first character. And this really lays the foundation for you to be able to level up your alts much, much faster. Finally, from an infinite power standpoint, we have fragmented memento of epic challenges. And you'll gain access to collecting these once you get the quest Infinite Research, Special Assignment, Power Overwhelming from Eternus. These drop from completing harder content such as dungeons, raids, heroic tier empowered mobs. And when you combine 100 of these, it gives you a huge amount of infinite power. At the end game, this pretty much serves as the main way to level up your artifact weapon talents. Based on the infinite knowledge I had at the time, collecting and combining 100 of these, I received 80,000 infinite power, which is a pretty big boost. There are a lot of sources of fragmented memento of epic challenges, which we have listed here, and they drop from everything from rare mobs to world bosses, raid bosses, and at the end chest of Mythic Plus dungeons. So Infinite Research is really a key part in overpowering your character and leveling your alts in Legion Remix. The additional gains in infinite power and the ability to continually purchase limit unbounds builds versatility that both significantly increases your damage and gives you better survivability. Let us know any questions you have and your tips for powering up artifact weapons in Legion Remix down below in the comments. A special shout out to our members for your continued support. We thank you very much. And everyone, have a great day.